Hi, my name is Kathy Chitangan. Nahilo CMI. I teach at CMI here at the College of the Marshall Islands. What you just saw was, or what you're about to see, is our first second series of open mics. We've been organizing open mics once a month. An open mic is just an opportunity for anybody to jump up on the mic, share a song, poem, rap, roro, whatever. And it's a great opportunity for youth. This open mic was specifically organized by my Pacific literature students, and I did that because I assigned it I made it an assignment because I want them to see how dynamic and how beautiful our own youthful expressions can be if we give it that space, right? So this was just a space for us youth to get together and showcase our talent, not for a fundraiser or for some big show or anything like that, those are great, but just to, have something somewhat regularly so that they can perform and just, practice it all out. So yeah, that's what this was. So that's how we support our performers, okay? It's scary coming up here and performing. Everyone's really shy, you don't really want to go out there. So those who are coming up here are really brave. So that's why we want to be supportive of every single person, okay? After we perform, there's going to be some food in the back prepared by our lovely ladies from our food committee. Some sandwiches and some cake that I stole from my mom. So after that, it's going to be about, we're going to kind of feel it out depending on how many performers we have. We will announce the break. Right before the break, we have our wonderful feature, Vivian Neanderthal, who's going to dance for us. It's going to be super cool. She's awesome. And we also will hear from our Kava Club band, one of my favorite bands who will be playing music throughout each of the breaks. I know on the flyer that there was an artist emergency who could not make it. We will definitely miss him, but that's okay. We'll move forward anyways. So, without further ado, I want to announce your two hosts for the evening. Your hosts are the Austin Curtis.
What's up, everybody?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jimmy Bale. I'll be one of your MCs tonight. And right here is my partner, MC / Curtis Lochkar. How about yourself?
Hello, everybody. I'm Curtis. Yeah, I'm a student here in CMI, and I'm in Kathy's 151 English class. It's poetry. We learn Pacific poems. If you guys want to register for a class, next semester you can.
So, as Kathy said, the mic is open for anybody. See, we're brave. Why don't you be like us?
Yeah.
But first, I want to get the crowd pumped up. If I say get, you say loud. Okay, we're on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get loud, get loud, get loud. Yeah. Hoorah. All right, I'm gonna send Curtis over, check on who's gonna be our first performer tonight. But while he does that, I'm gonna do a poem here myself, because I just made up one. Okay, I'm gonna start. Roses are red, violets are blue. Here am I standing right here, being a host, doing something new. So all I'm asking in favor, why won't you help me help you? That's why the roses are red. So our first performer tonight is gonna be our lovely, dressed in pink, beautiful Kiko. Can we get a round of applause for her?
I'm going to be doing a poem, and And my poem's title is The Legendary Ecosystem. Lying in my stomach, lying in my hammock, lying in my hammock, staring up at the clouds, feeling the wind's gentle, salty breeze, hearing it through the pinnate leaves, thinking, if I were a bird, I would fly to Paris. No worries about the sea devouring my land, for I could fly to another. No, oh, but I'm just a young Marshallese girl, and the wind will soon gust away my hammock. Sitting on my seawall, gazing out at sea, listening to the sound of the waves thrashing on the reef, thinking, if I were a mermaid, I would swim to Greece. No worries about floods, for everything is so calm underwater. But I'm just a young Marshallese girl, and the sea will soon devour my seawall. Sitting in my room, looking up at my ceiling, deep into thought, thinking, once the sea devours my seawalls, protecting my islands, once the wind gusts away my hammock, where will I go? America? Europe? Asia? That's not my home, that's someone else's home. Home is just a dot on the globe, overflowing with precious treasures and legends. Home is where I watch the sunrise creeping up just beyond the horizon. Home is where Boo Boo gets up before dawn to pick up the dead leaves of the breadfruit tree and make breakfast for everyone. Home is where I get frustrated at people walking carelessly on the road. Home is where a lot of cultural taboos are tough to explain when a foreigner asks to elucidate them through logic. Home is where the sunsets are as colorful as the moo-moos on the island and the corals under the sea. Home is the picture you see on vacation brochures, coconut trees, beaches, crystal clear water. Home is where we all share the same backyard, the same one that is threatening to wipe us off the face of the earth. We may be just a dot on the globe, but we have so many legends. Legend has it, our islands were dropped from a giant's basket. Except for one, which got pulled from deep within the ocean floor. Legend has it, we derived from the greatest navigators and the best weavers. Legend has it, our ancestors had the ability to lay their backs on their canoes and know where the ocean was taking them. Legend has it, we created the very first fire and the very first sail. Legend has it that in our islands, the first coconut tree developed in a woman's womb. Legend has it, a man had a big boil on his legs, and from his boil out came two girls. Legend has it, when this man died and was buried, he grew into the first banana tree. Legend has it, a man was so powerful he threw rocks at each island, dividing and creating smaller islets. Legend has it, if you can't conceive, there exists a rock you can cry out to, and it will my ecosystem, my home, the Marshall Islands would house so many legends.
could do better than you, man.
I think you need a skirt to do better than me.
I don't need that. I could wear pants and dance all night long. But you know what? Cut to the chase. We're gonna go to the third performer. Let's give it up for R-O-N-A-L-D, Ronald!
Hi, my name is Ronald Jordan. I'm here gonna do a rap song tonight. I hope you enjoy. One, I'm tripping literally. I should be dishwashing, cause I got bow-legged knees and often they be crossing. Go ahead and ask my bosses, they'll tell you that I'm clumsy. I'll probably fall into your fist so you won't have to punch me. Two, I'm vegetarian, so I don't want no beef. You floss expensive jewelry, I floss my crooked teeth. I sing in church choir, my daddy is a reverend. I tried to be a gangster, but my curfew was 11. Three, I thread my papers through the street and wear my helmet brown. Do my homework every night and coming through the spotty crowd. I signed up for the battlefield and all the basics, but when they saw that it was me, they put me on the wait list. Four, I run from bullies in the street, I don't know how to fight. I don't do left or right, that's just like things sprinted right. I'm skinny, yaw, swanny arms, and a tiny chest. Should hide behind that bully if I just hold my breath. Five, my infant looks like a dress. I run around like a pretty princess. I'm not about for a waitress, but I can't get reset. This test. Let me buy another one for you again. My hands are so that I lost my grip. My shoes don't fit, but they hand me down. When I shop in the army, right time down. When I walk in the room, the lights go down. I'm so ugly, mom won't hug me. But then you and you, I think that's something you couldn't do.
That was some sick spitting bars, bro. I bet I can spit some bars too. Okay, let me get it. My name is Tingong. I came from Hong Kong. My favorite food is Taigong. And I'm so long. I got it, man. But you should probably video me and Facebook share it. But I'm gonna hand the mic over to my friend Sri Lankan Derek.
Oh yeah.
Where is he? Derek! English class, but alright. I'm running out of jokes here. But I'm gonna still go to the next performer, because he's here. Let's give it up. Give a round of applause for Derek.
Okay. Hold on, hypocrites. Yeah, just listen.
Alright, so I wrote a poem about nuclear victims for my class. Oh, just one question, Miss Kathy, do I get extra credit for this? Yes, or is that a yes or a no? Still pending here. Alright, well, I should be getting extra credit, just saying. Okay, so... Oh, I should just get it. Oh, never mind. But it's called Hypocrites. So, it goes... The day my mom told me I was Marshallese, the first thing I did was run to my computer and search it online. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a bunch of pictures of a beautiful lagoon and a calm ocean. What a paradise, I thought to myself. Then, there it was. Beneath all that beauty, America's dirty little secret. I read an article on how USA is suing a country for violating human rights. Oh, the irony. It's full of it. All I could think of was, where are our human rights? Are we just a bunch of lab rats to your so-called great nation? Or do you think all the money you handed us will somehow make us forget all the devastation you brought upon our microscopic nation? You left our islands barren and radiated, all for the good of humanity? Oh, the irony. Thinking of it reminds me of mere profanity. It's sad that we couldn't see past the reality that the future you are handing us was filled with jelly babies, and dead ancestors. Now they're calling us victims of climate change and global warming. I guess they forgot to add nuclear victims. I'm proud to be Marshallese, although it's partial, and I need to see justice being served for my people. For you see, we may be small, and some of you won't even know who we are, but we will not back down until we get our rights. We will stand strong, for we are nuclear survivors, and above all, united. Thank you.
Excuse me. That was great. That was a great love poem. We're just gonna. I'm out of jokes. I'm dead right now. But we're gonna hand the mic over to Calvin Alfonso. Did I say your last name right? Oh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I just prepared the rhyme. It's rhyme time, people. Okay, the title of the rhyme, my first rhyme is What Goes Around Comes Around.
Goes around, comes around.
I'm Calvin Alfonso. I'm 5 feet and 2 inches tall, and I weigh 145 pounds. I live in Azaltari, the place I call the Sandal Town. I'm the kind of guy who never back down. Back in the days, I was a member of the Arbor Pound. Two of the bad idioms I learned here were what goes around comes around, and what goes up must come down. Anyway, I am no fan of Chris Brown. He sounds like a clown. In the NBA, LeBron is also known as King James, but he ain't wearing no crown. If I were in the Super Bowl 50 playing for the Panthers, I possibly would have made more than one touchdown. If I were in the UFC fighting for the welterweight title, I would have knocked Nick Gage down in the first round. And if I were an original gangster, I would have shut you all down with a magnum round. Okay, my second rhyme is, the title is, Am I Right? To all the single guys out there, please try this one. I know it will work for you. Okay, I ask you to be my bride. I promise that I'll treat you right. I will never kill you, no fight, but I will hold you tight with all my might. And I will always be there by your side, day and night. Baby girl, my conscience tells me that you're a child of light. I was told that you shine bright like a diamond when you're dressed in white. Am I right? I wish you were my light at night as well as my morning light. And I hope everything will be alright.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, thank the Almighty for all His timing. Is the mission one. Me and my little baby cousin Kuiko will perform a song, One Call Away. It is probably dedicated to my promised brother because he just got married today from Texas, serving in the U.S. forces. This one. She's a little nervous. Can you guys give her a round of applause, please?
I'll be there to stay.
cool. So, Vivian, do you want us to just, oh, right, okay. And thanks, yeah, let's go. So she's a little bit of a clapping. She's nervous, but she's so great. So can we just clap it up a little bit more for her? I know you guys are okay, all right.
Dirty Papa. Sick and tired of hearing all these people talk about and when is it gonna fade out? The thing you got to realize what you're doing is not a trend. We got the gift of melody, we're gonna bring it till the end. I'm driving a web around my neck. All it matters, you recognize that stuff about respect. Doesn't matter how the clothes I wear and where I go and why. All that matters is that you get hyped and we'll do it to you every time. Come on now, ever wonder why this music gets you high? It takes you on a ride. When your body starts to rise, stop the body, you just got all you got. Come on now, dirty pop, baby you can't stop. I know you like this dirty pop. Now, why you wanna try to classify the type of thing that we do? We're just fine doing what we like, and we sound the same for you. Tired of feeling all around me animosity. Just worry about yours, cause I'm on your mind. Now people can't you see? It doesn't matter. I'm the car top with the ice around my neck. All that matters, don't you recognize that it's just about respect? Doesn't matter. Like the clothes I wear and where I go and why. All that matters is that you get hyped and with you every time. Come on, never wonder why. You get too high, get too high. Wonder why? When your heart starts to rise, stop the body, you can't stop, you can't stop. All you got is ooh, man, I'm tired of singing. Dirty pop.
Host, his name is Curtis. There we go. Can we give it up for Curtis?
Six. Okay, this is a poem I call Mankind. The white suits depicted like the saviors of the world. The brown fur like the lab rats being tested to save the world. Who are they and what are we? They became the heroes, the strongest, the saviors. We became radiated, the weak who weep. We lend a hand not knowing the backhand would backslap 67 times harder. Celebrating, partying, everyone clapping and yelling out, "Bravo!" which became a word of celebration, but to us gave devastation and created our own Great Depression. Their need became greed, which they dropped and grew like a seed. It spread like an oak tree, flashing and poisoning our homes and needs. People say it was for the good of mankind, but what has mankind done for my kind? But what does kind mean in this world? Or is it just a different kind like us, so we don't deserve any kind? So have we lost our minds, acting in this world if we don't mind? Seems they got our own mind, hating our own kind, making us think we are not of that kind we call mankind. These islands brought us peace, but when you came, you taught us that one piece. With just one teach, forcing our young ones to think in one piece. Like El Nino, our lives became dry and shallow, not realizing the rising of these tides will bring us sorrow. Got me hoping and praying these islands will see tomorrow. Today with perum lama kanilju, when javalap pekota pemilu. Today with perum lama kan good nabi, with Johnny and John Ran kona jabun nabi. Island game ejar cholu, imkon kajabarawe, kwe jo arejagar manu. Komarong pa ko jana meraga jingilen akjaban ngkulun mejage kona jelo pujane e kwala bi roilo men pujane nge ena wala bi jo ko to jene imailan ke e bi ka jaga ro kumor.
That was so awesome. Multilingual, right? Am I right? Poetry and Kainamano. Where else are we gonna hear that? Where else? And you did so good. I know how scary it can be to perform.
Oh, we're the Wapit Gang. My name is Marcus. This is Ryan. This is Frank. This is Henry. And this is Keone. Yo. Okay. Can you guys hear me? My name. What's come over me? She says that she loves me, and I just play my foolish games. She puts me against the wall, and I was bound to fall. And now I'm just a backseat driver, cab driver. Take me to my woman, the other side of town. Yeah, cab driver, don't let her get away. I have to see my lady and tell her that I want her to stay. I don't know what to do. I know that I love her, and I just can't let it go. I wonder in my life, I take her as my wife. So driver, hurry, get me there, please. Cab driver, turn this cab around. Take me to my woman, the other side of town. Yeah, cab driver, don't let her get away. I have to see my lady and tell her that I want her to stay. Cab driver, can't you see what this means to me? She's the one that I love. She was sent from heaven above. Cab driver, turn this cab around. Take me to my woman at the other side of town. Cab driver, don't let her get away. I have to see my lady and tell her that I want her to stay. Cab driver, don't let her get away. Don't let her get away. Hey. Cab driver, don't let her get away. Don't let her get away. Hey. Cab driver, don't let her get away. Don't let her get away. Hey. Cab driver, don't let her get away. Hey.
Student. She's from MIHS. She entered her poem into the Nuclear Day contest, and it was one of the finalists. It's such a great piece, and her principal has been telling me about her. She's a great student, and I think we should definitely, give her the space to share this beautiful poem that she. A round of applause. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. My bad. I I'm horrible. It's Metro Middle School that she's from. She's from 8th grade. Yes, I know, so young. And yet she's coming out here and she's taking her risk. So very cool. So yeah, without further ado, here you go, Alma.
Hi everyone. I'm gonna read a poem about nuclear frequency. So, it was on March 1st, 1954, something daring that has never happened before. It was the testing of nuclear bombs, codenamed Bravo. The testing mostly affected Anoadak and Bikini, blasted and swept away houses and trees. Radioactive fallout as snow, our ancestors believed. Stained the islands with radiation, near and far, without any patience. Polluted the oceans and every living thing, including the beautiful coral reefs. Our islands are good, was their belief, but they were wrong. Natural resources weren't good to use, neither the soil or reports include, but still, they lived on. Radiation affected the people, our ancestors, our great-great-great-grandparents, mothers, fathers, boo-boos, jumas, and babies, girls, boys, gentlemen, and ladies. Many died and less was born. For the good of mankind, the general had sworn. They had scars, rashes, bruises, and peeled skin on their hands, legs, foreheads, and chins. They had cancers like tumor and lost the sense of humor. But for others, it was death. Babies were the size of coconuts with skinny bones. Many died, some embraced, and others left alone, fed from their mother's breast with radiated milk and wrapped around dirty silks. On and on, the islanders thrived, battled diseases that kept them from being alive. With victory, they survived and sang with happiness and pride. They moved to other islands and lived normally as they did before, remembering moments of sorrow, hardships, and of sorrow. Today, we live in peace and harmony, fully aware of the radiation on Anoadak and Bikini. Some know. We cry for nuclear-free country. Thank you.
Wow, right? Middle school, and she memorized that poem. I can speak from experience. Memorizing poems and performing in front of an audience is tough. Yes, so that was really cool. Like, I don't know why people say that young people aren't aware of our issues. Obviously we are, right?
Let's go, Vivian!
You're always worth
first shout out is to the setup committee because they did an awesome job setting up all this stuff. It's hard work, right? So let's give it up for the setup committee. Great job, guys. They took care of setting up all the chairs, bringing all this out, and organizing and everything. Second shout out is to the food committee. They did an amazing job making all your food. They did that, right? They went and got the price roll, and then we made a bunch of egg sandwiches up in the liberal arts office. It smells like eggs in there. Sorry, it'll get it out. Don't worry. Other than that, also thank you to the performance committee for getting some of our performers together and keeping together the list. Thank you to the performance committee. You guys did a good job too. Thank you to the promotion committee. Yes, let's give it up to the promotion committee for hiding us flyers. Thank you to the Kava Club band for bringing some awesome music into the crowd and also just keeping up the energy and bringing their beautiful tunes. Thank you to them. Thank you to Vivian Neanderthal for dancing twice. I know it's dope, right? I mean, come on. So thank you for all that. And also thank you. You audience members were great. You stuck it out, you listened, and you were responsive and awesome, okay? Last announcement, I think there's some cake left back there if you guys want some cake. Yeah, some of my mama's cake. And also there is a bus to take people home to Laura. I want to give a special shout out to MIHS student, the middle school student for coming out here and performing. I know that was so scary, but she did so good. And last but not least, thank you to our sponsor, Jojigum. They funded all this. The reason why we have food is because of them. And if you want to learn more about our environmental programs, our activities, there's a sign-up sheet that I'm going to give to BJ. BJ is the guy in the black who talked earlier. Please sign up so we can tell you about our activities and you can join us. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to our event. So let's pack it up now.
Yes. Go.
And so what you just saw was an awesome blend of dancers, performers, singers, chanters, poets, and it was such a fun and great space. I think it went great, and thank you for watching this video, checking it out.